everybody, Papa Blue Shirt here. I'm gonna plant some cabbage today and some beet. So, I like my cabbage and I love my beets. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. And there's what beets look like after 10 days. The seeds are bigger, so you look like you're putting a lot on there, but then when it grows, it's got a lot of sparseness, but it'll fill in. That's after 10 days. We'll probably let these grow to baby greens. This is why I like to use seed starter on seeds that I have to cover, because it's mostly coconut, and so to get it to fall down, all you can do is hit it. Once they get a little big, it pushes them up in the air and it dries it out, so it's just a matter of knocking it down after that. Works really good, especially once it really dries out. So that's why I like to do that. All right, there you have it. And I use, for my small seeds, I use this old cinnamon and sugar container. It's got the holes on top. You can buy these for $1 at Dollar Tree, full of cinnamon. And makes it nice for the smaller seeds to be able to sprinkle it on there. It didn't work for the beets, because the beets are kind of a big seed, but it works for the smaller ones, so it's really handy. And beets and chard and those plants that have the weird looking seeds like that, they need pretty good soil contact in order to germinate. That's why I like to put seed starter on top, because it's a lot nice contact with the soil. A lot of people don't use seed starter, and you wouldn't have to. The reason I use it is because I put the worms in my mix, and the worms, they go up and they eat all the mold. And sometimes when you have compost and stuff, you get a little mold. And the worms take care of all that. I got like 30 trays here, and there's no mold on any of them. I never have problems with mold because I use worms. So if you're going to use it for home use, there's no reason to be concerned about mold if you grow them the way that I do. And you can use it in a commercial setting as far as that goes. It would just be a little bit more involved because of the worms. And you usually in the commercial setting, you're just growing microgreens, and they're only in there for 8 or 10 days and they're out, so it might not be worth it. But for baby greens, it solves a lot of problems that you would have. And we got them growing really nice here, really nice. So we're always adding new things. So yeah, Papa Blue Shirt, just having a ball here, growing my own food. I had the wife the other day pick up a beet from the store, and you remember things from your childhood, and you remember, man, I didn't like beets, I didn't like them, As you get older, your taste buds will change, and we had some beets today, along with some of our other greens, and wow, it was good. It had like a sweetness that it added to the whole mix. And I don't know if I'd want to sit there and eat a whole thing of just beets, because but to mix in with your other stuff, with your other vegetables, with carrots and cucumbers and not cucumbers, squash and zucchini. You put that beet in there, and it adds a nice little sweetness to it. And we also ate the greens and everything, you know. A lot of people just throw away the greens, but a lot of nutrition in the greens, you know. And we eat a plant-based diet. Yeah, we're just adding new things. You know, the one thing about beets, you gotta be careful how you handle them because they'll dye everything red. The juice will squirt everywhere and get your clothes all full of it. But in that red pigment is a lot of antioxidants and things like that we need. So you like to get those red vegetables. And that's the main reason why I did my red chard, because I wanted to get some of that in the mix. Then we got some rainbow chard left over from my garden tower, and they're doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. And the onions, oh my goodness, the onions are so good, and they grow so fast. You can take a tray or two of onions in here, and you'll never have to buy onions because you can't eat them fast enough. You know, I can get a container filled that far up with green onions, and the next day I can come back and do it again. So yeah, so that was a happy thing that I didn't realize. You know, I always thought onions took so long to grow because growing from an onion set to a bulb, it takes a long time. But for greens, it don't take very long. And you can see them back there. These back here I harvested, I think a day ago. And look, they're growing back up through the ceiling already. Growing through the top. And yeah, I have time lapse of them, and it looks like they grow about an inch a night. So yeah, they grow fast. Anyways, this is Papa Blue Shirt, and I appreciate you watching.